Vicky here with you. I hope you're doing well. So today we're doing something with the beautiful clusters that we created. So I've got them all here in this little plastic bin. These are photo bins, and they come in a big set. And I love using these for storing my small bits and bobs when I'm creating stuff, because it makes it easy to make sure I don't lose whatever I'm making, which would be very easy to do, let's be honest. So today we're making something with these. I'm thinking that it's going to be fun using maybe some pale colors like these to create, depending on what it is, but that it could be very pretty. I also have this stack of paper from Bo Bunny. It's a Isabella designer paper pack, and it has very pretty designs also that I think could work really well with these. Obviously there's a pattern at the bottom. I'm not too fond when there's something like that, and it's because it just doesn't, like, it's so much easier to use if there isn't a different little pattern. But anyway, it is, that's what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we're just gonna start to create, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards to do. It could be very fast and very easy, or it could be very difficult. I'm not sure. I also have this paper that could be very pretty and would make something really fun if I could have a background like this, maybe. If I had some blue that was similar, that could work out really good. It's close, but not quite. Let's see what I have in. That's not, I think I prefer this one to that one. That could be a contender. This is not the right shade. There's so many different types of blue, let's be honest, that it's hard to find the right one. That's the same as that one. This one has texture, but it's not the right one either. And then I have these blues, which are not at all the right ones. It bugs me that I have so many different shades and I can't seem to find the right one. And these were little cards that I purchased at a garage sale. Business card type of thing, so it's not like it's a paper that I had in my stash. Maybe if I went with gray. No, not really. It's not much better. I didn't check the darker blues. Maybe if I went a shade darker like that. Yeah, I don't like this one. That one is not bad. That one is too pale, I find. That one is not bad either. Okay, so this one seems very similar to the lines in this. This one has more of a contrast and would probably fit better with this flower. Okay, so remove this one. So do I go with darker or do I keep pale? I think I'm gonna keep the pale. I'm gonna go with that one. And hopefully I'm gonna be happy with this. My paper, one of the papers is getting scrunched up, which is not good. I don't want that to happen. Okay. So I'm gonna go with this, which is great because I can use these papers, which I've had in my stash forever, and I can't seem to find any use for them. So this is very good. And if I did it this way, then I could have 2 cards made with this, and I wouldn't have to cut it. Like I could cut it once this way, and then because it took me so long to figure out the paper I want to use, that if I can make 2 cards out of this, it would be cool. So like that, and then I can probably divide this into 2 pieces. Also, and this is pretty cool. There's not that much left, and this can be used for some small cards I make for Etsy or something. Of course, it would have been good if I had cut it straight, but hey, that's what I do. That's what I do best. Best is to not cut straight for some unknown reason. Probably because I don't take enough time to be precise. I admit it. Some people are very precise. I'm definitely not one of those people. So it might be very annoying to some of you folks. And I'm sorry. But I've always liked imperfections because it just feels more unique than if it's totally straight, totally perfect, and it looks like it's machine made. So here's the first card. Quite pleased with it, and because I'm using something so simple, I think I can scan it and make it into a topper for my Patreons. So I'm very pleased with that because I'm trying to work smarter and not harder, which means I'm trying to make stuff that I can use for the freebie sheets without having to make extra stuff for the freebie sheets. Like if I can make stuff on YouTube, like cards and stuff, and it is useful to make the freebie sheets, then that's even better than having to make extra things exclusively for making the sheets. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I am in my head. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? I mean, I could go with something else, like this would be pretty also, but I still have some other paper. I still have this whole piece, and I'm pretty sure I must have some more of this blue, so that might be, I pulled out all the pinks and I might not be even using them. How ironic. But I'm really desperately trying to use up this paper pack because I've had it for so long, and they're thick, these, like there's so many pages in them. And it seemed like a really good buy at the time, and I mean, they were not expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but they were not expensive at the time, so I mean, but the thing is, it's not, the bird pattern is not a pattern that I use often, and because there's a cream, I mean, it works well with this because this is cream, but as soon as I put it on white, it looks weird. So, and I used to use a lot of white, and I guess that's one of the reasons too why I wasn't using it. But now, I found a way that can work, so that's really cool. And I'm using almost my entire sheet, so that's awesome as well. I mean, there's 2 little strips left, and that's it. So how amazing is that? Okay, now this time I'm going to cut this so that I'm straight, or as straight as it can be. And I'm just going to cut this so that I've got 2 pieces. I should have made my other mark, but anyway. It's gonna be close enough. There we go. I'll pull out another cream base. So making toppers ahead of time, as you can see, can definitely save you time and energy when you want to do a card making session and you don't want to be spending too much time, or you just need a few cards. Imagine how cool it would be to just have a few toppers like this, and you can just pull out of your little bin whichever one you want. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm really glad I went with the blue background and I left some of it and some. I often cover the entire thing. I think these turned out really cool with the fact that there's some blue. And I'm gonna have 2 left that are more pink, so we'll use the pink that I had pulled out because it's a lot of pink. So there is still a little blue flower on this one. Maybe we can use some of the little, one of the little blue strips. Here we go. Okay, so we've got these two left. Like I said, it'd be cool if I can use one of the strips. I could just do something like that and not add any other paper. I'm just wondering if I cut this and let's see if I was to cut, because it would cover most of the shape that I cut out. I made a card for with my Patreons, and I used this, and so I cut out the shape. But if I was to do this, let's say, and then put this here on top. No. I need to cut the bottom so it's straight. I have an idea. So we're going to use this because it's just lying here and it's going to work out, which is awesome. Which also means though that when I use this piece, I will probably end up with making some scraps, but you know what, it's okay because I've used up a lot of the other scraps that were being made in this card making session. So, but now I'm gonna go through this and see if I can it would be better if it was just pearls like this, maybe. Or would it be better if it's a bright pink? I'm wondering if, because the shape is very similar to the center, if that's why it's thrown me off. Maybe I should use one that doesn't have that shape. And more like this. Like that. or just something simple like this. Maybe that would be better than the pink. This silver is more neutral. Or do I go with some pearls? Kind of like the idea of the pearls because of the pearl here. So let me see if I have some other type of pearls. Like these small ones. Maybe they would be smaller. No, there's a mark, but anyway. Yeah, I think the idea of using the pearls is better. Worked out better than adding some other bling that didn't fit with the card. Since there's pearls, there's a pearl here. So yeah, and we've got one left. I don't know if I have any scraps that I could use, or if I need to pull a new sheet of paper. Let me see in my scraps. I have this strip here. Which could fit with that on that side. So let's see. I don't like it on this side, but it fits on this one. And I have a pink background. Or do I add a cream to this? Maybe I could put the pink on the cream and then the cream on the pink. I've got this and I'm thinking that it works, so I'm gonna go for it. I mean, it's only paper. So I'm gonna cut this one down just a bit. I wonder if I use this or if I was to use this instead. No, this one is the right size, so it's just a question of cutting it slightly. So just about here. Like so. And then I'm going to put this here. And flip that on. And that's it. So I didn't use my 2 paper packs, but that's okay. I used up a bunch of scraps, which I'm very happy. I hardly made any scraps. I made these 2 pieces and that's it. So that's quite a good session. So here are my 6 cards. I can't wait to know what you think about them. And are you going to be making clusters to use later on? I would love to know. And that's it for now. Love you guys so much. Take care and I will see you soon. Bye.